The media day workout. Oh my gosh. Before I get started, let me introduce myself. I'm AKA Eric Bradley, known as the Fight Doctor. And I thank you guys for watching, and you are now presently watching Master Boxing. And this is where we break the fight world down, round by round. So, the topic of discussion today will be the media workouts for both fighters. I posted yesterday about Floyd Mayweather's media day workout, which was absolutely, I have to find the right adjective to describe what it looked like watching the greatest, pound for pound, do his thing for the fans and the viewers and the reporters and all of the media outlets that showed up, which were over 200. This is for a media day workout, my friends. So needless to say, that's something extremely special. Could you please move the camera over just a tad? All right. So needless to say, this thing has really surpassed a pinnacle of what any event has actually had the support to drive it over that mountain. But I want to make some things clear, and I want to bring some things to the forefront of this whole entire endeavor, this fight. I was speaking to a friend of mine, and I wanted to make it clear to them that as we researched ticket prices, and the prices were astronomical, way out of the range of any working class individual on a daily basis. And for that purpose and that purpose only, it's a sad event because the true diehard fans won't be in participation of this fight outside of the weigh-in and outside of the pre-fight endeavors. Most will have to watch it short circuit, closed circuit, or at home, or at a party, or at a club, or at the movie theater. Which is a sad thing because the true diehards won't be in the building like that. Because the ticket prices are absolutely through the roof. I was priced the ticket at $6,700 to $7,000, and that was from an inside source from the Mayweather camp. Blood Mayweather side. So it wasn't just some dude or some schmo. We're talking about the leverage that even the family, the Mayweather family has. They can't even dictate and control the prices. I know the topic of discussion is about the media day workout, but I had to segue just a short segment of this broadcast for that and that alone, because there are people inside of the Vegas bloodline that are also not going to be able to participate inside of that arena that night, whether they are connected inside of the media because they are only giving X amount of passes. Only the media with the highest level of credentials will be on task for this fight, to carry this fight to the echelon that they desire for it to be, because it's left the boxing realm. It's become political now. The prices. You can make gratuity, which is money funded with no direct amount on. Like if you do a service for one, you can receive a gratuity per diem. The currency and the attraction to this fight, it exceeds capital. Capital is money raised and basically vested, whether if you saved your money through an account, bank account, through your company, whether it's a Roth account, that's savings, that's capital. There's what you call, there's that money that you have when you have a business, whether it's a legitimate business or not, that's profit, separation, that's what you call margins. That's why companies vie so hard to find a great product and get leverage like this fight, because in this fight, they can create margins, meaning they may spend $12 million to to promote this fight, but they're going to make maybe upwards of $400 million. The margins for that are absolutely crazy and astronomical. Only companies that can do stuff like that are Apple, and Apple makes more currency than anything. Where we're not talking about per diem, gratuity, margins, capital, we're talking about currency. This fight will bring upwards of $1.5 billion to $2 billion, possibly in a 7 to 8 day period. We're talking about from sales to gambling, the transportation, hoteling, food, everything collectively, from plane tickets, everything that will have Vegas and this fight tied to it. Nothing moves money that way. This is what we call, these boys are vested in creating currency because they have leverage. And it's not Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather that's creating that leverage. It's the people in the business mind and the brain trust behind these guys who see this opportunity to create what we call a political monsoon of currency. Anytime over $1 billion transitions and makes moves over a period of a few days, that's currency. That is what's keeping the country alive. That's what's keeping businesses open. That's a game changer. Back in 2008 and 2009, Vegas was about to be shut down, literally. You can go to Netflix and pull up the documentary. I have to get the name back to you, but if you're hungry, you can find it. Documentary about Vegas, gambling. 2009, Floyd Mayweather came back out of retirement. Coincidence or not, the city was shutting down. Hotels were being built and had to stop the projects because of what we call the dark moment in our financial era. The economic hit that this country took. Real estate was almost lower than it was in the Great Depression in the 40s. So listen to me, people. This fight is much larger than just two guys getting in the ring. And I have to bring this to the forefront because how could it possibly be going on when there are people who are true fans who follow the sport, that gotten the sport to this level in the 30-year period of time that there were no fights on regular network television? Think of what I'm saying here. Now we got network television from ABC to NBC to CBS to ESPN to Spike TV, all vying in to get into boxing again. Why? Because now they remember how much currency boxing brought to the forefront. There's no event on this planet that generates the kind of currency that this fight is going to generate. Why is that? Now you got the powerhouses coming involved and getting involved into this fight, whether it's mafioso, government, because like I said, currency changes the country, the dynamics and the economics of the country. Even the Philippines are going to benefit in a major way. If you're in a political position or if you're already one of those what we call whales, you're going to find a way to make this fight make sense for you and generate revenue for your business and your companies. This segment specifically was about understanding the totality of this event. This is much larger than just two guys in a ring swinging at each other. Because if you wanted to just see that, you could just pull up YouTube, or you can go to Facebook, and you can go to any one of those social media forums or online to Google, and you can find a fight to watch. That's great. As I sit here and I really want to break things down, the fight world is a tricky situation. It's a tricky sport because it's not governed. It doesn't have a governing body. That means powers that be can come in and infiltrate and utilize it for the benefit of their own good. Excuse my French. I'm from France. But this is not a laughing matter, because a lot of people who want to be vested into this fight, who truly are diehards, will not, because of the powers that be have surrounded this thing for their opportunity. We take it back to media day, which is round 3. Floyd puts on a show. His publicists, the Kelly Swansons of the world, create this visual for you guys to see out here in social media. When they create this visual, it's to entice you to do whatever it takes for you to be a part of this fight. What they want is for you to be in front of a television or a movie screen on the night of May 2nd, paying that $100 to see it, because they know that arena can only sit 15.5, and those tickets are going to be astronomical, and those tickets are political. You don't want a billionaire sitting at home only paying $100. You want a billionaire sitting ringside paying $84,000, so they can reach that goal of nearly $100 million, which is their goal is $74 million. If you haven't been doing your necessary research, they are reaching inside of an arena that sits 15.5. Like I said, this isn't margins. This isn't political. This is currency. So it's all based upon political power. You get what I'm saying? Are you following me? They don't want the die-hard inside of that arena. They want the die-hard fan having a freaking party. They want the die-hard fan to be ordering this fight for $100 or whatever the ticket is, because they still have not released that. They haven't even released the opportunity to say the tickets are on sale. And it's a week and a half to 2 weeks before the fight. Are you following me? Do you start to see a pattern happening here? Right now, we are in the mix of one of the biggest, the largest, on some level, it's a financial scandal, because hotel rates are quadrupled. Ticket prices are 25, 35 times what they should be. 10 to 15 times. The $7,500 ticket is $74,000 to $84,000. You do the math. That's 10 times. 10 times what the prices are. That's more than obstruction of justice. It's grand larceny. It literally is. And it's not governed. That's why the sport can do that. They don't want the average Joe, the true diehard, by ringside, unless your name is Denzel Washington. They want the whales. They want those sheiks from Abu Dhabi sitting ringside. They want senators and governors, like when Mike Tyson was back in the game. There were governors and senators and pimps and prostitutes sitting next to each other. The game was so powerful, there was no identity worth not being. You're always willing to sacrifice your identity at a place like that. Meaning, if you were an astute individual and ran a country club, you didn't care that you was there sitting beside a hooker, because the hooker must have had some value. It's just the fact that you're at this event. But this is political. And I don't want to bore you with that. I have to get back to round 4, which is Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. The training regimen that Floyd Mayweather put on display was absolutely astronomical. So the day following, Manny Pacquiao has an opportunity to do his media day. And I think what happened is they don't want all of that media covering what they've been doing, because they've showed little. But what else could possibly Manny Pacquiao know and learn? What secrets can he actually show? He's fought over 60 times, 62 to 64 fights. I don't think it's anything you can show that will give away your game plan. So to say that's the reason you did not put forth the effort in your training regimen when Floyd did a workout that, if most of us did workouts like that, which my clients do, they would be in optimal shape and health and wellness to the optimal level. Manny Pacquiao and Freddie Roach definitely did not want to measure their regimen against Floyd's. And that's what I took away from it, because Floyd just put on a freaking absolute clinic on that media day. And Alex Ariza was in the background saying, I don't know why Floyd's going so easy today. Maybe he just wanted to give the media something. But for those who viewed the fight, the media day with me, and that I share with it in my groups over on Facebook, and of course with my YouTubers, everyone was astounded of what this guy is capable of doing. And like I said, when it's all said and done, this guy is bringing something to the fight. He's sharp, he's smart, he's strong, he's statured. Everything that is going to need to be in that ring that night that he's going to have to take into there, he's bringing it. And it's hard to see why this guy, or how this guy could possibly allow this fight to slip through his fingers, because he's just so aware of what's going on around him. And whatever Manny Pacquiao is going to bring, I think he's going to be ready to adjust and adapt. So I don't know what Freddie Roach and them could possibly be saying outside of, I don't want to show that we are not doing anything different, because I myself had a fighter as Manny Pacquiao's chief sparring partner for years. Manny Pacquiao has a tendency to be an explosive killer in the ring, and that's one thing he should be. So I think he should show his ring cachet and let it be done. Speak to the media, answer the questions like they were asked to do, and donate to the marketing and the promotion of the fight. Even though some of the top fans of the game will be left out, the objectivity is to make sure that people have an understanding of what goes on in that camp and the level that it can be turned up to show why boxing separates from any other sport. And everybody knows that we're the #1 gladiator sport. Means we are the #1 sport. Look at the buzz that's going around this fight. It hadn't been a top fight like this in the boxing mainstream world in 30 years. 30 years. 3 decades. 60% of the people watching this post weren't even born at that time. So, like I said, all I wanted to do is just break the fight world down round by round and invite you guys to continuously tune into the channel, share the video, and get ready for the inside shows where we will be covering the fights live at the events. You will be one-on-one with the fight doctor and Team Master Boxing, covering the fights the way I do it. And you know how I get down. You don't, you can check the record. Go into there and share the post. Look, subscribe to the channel, because that's how we get down in the game of boxing. My name is Eric Bradley, and I thank you guys for watching, because you're watching Master Boxing. And this is where we break the fight world down, baby. Round by round. Peace.